So, our lesson for today, we have a warm-up. We're going to start with the G scale. We're going to look at part 1 and part 2 of Au clair de la lune, and then we'll have some practice time. You'll have your practice logs for homework again, and it's just going to be what you're working on for this week. It should be mostly Au clair de la lune, but please tell me which part you're working on when you are doing your practice logs. So that's it for that. We can pull up, stop that share. I'm gonna pull up my Mueller charter. Oops. So we can get started with guitar. Okay, let's find our G scale. That's going to be our warm up for today. Here we go. So here's our G scale. Everyone grab your guitars if you have them with you. And we're working on the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string. We're going to start with our lowest string that we're working with. So that's the 3rd string. So you count 1, 2, 3. That's the string we're starting on. We're starting with open. Let's see if I can, there we go. We're starting with open G. Then we have our pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. That's A. Then we go to 2nd string, open B. 2nd string, 1st fret, 1st finger, C. 2nd string, 3rd fret, 4th finger, D. Open 1st string, E. For 1st string, 1st fret, 1st finger, F. And 3rd fret, 4th finger, 1st string, G. Now, that's a lot of information to be thinking, but that's what should be going on in your head as you are playing. Let's go ahead again, and this time I'm not going to say as much. I'm just going to say the letters. So, starting on the 3rd string, open G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's go backwards. G, F, E, D, C, B, A, A, G, G. That last two, those last two or first two, the G and the A, you have to remember that the A is the 2nd fret, not the 3rd fret. That's a little difficult. Let's try it one more time, just to make sure everyone's got it. Starting on the 3rd string with G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Backwards, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G. All right, so that is our G scale. And the song we're working on is Au clair de la lune. Last week, we went over part 1 and part 2 for the first 8 measures because they repeat themselves. So what that means is we worked on, let me see if I can, excuse me.
Miss Fallon?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
I know we're
Marcelino.
Bye.
Ooh. Claire de la Luna. So by doing our G scale, we should know where all of our notes are. We have our high G in both of these. And remember, I did make a mistake in part 2. These guys here, let me draw a line. These are not G's. Instead, those are E's. These ones here are G's, and they're the high G. So they're the G on the first string, not the G on the third string. Okay, so finding C. We work our way up from G. So G, A, B, C. So we see C is second string, first fret. D will be second string, third fret. E is open, first string. D, back, second string. C, E, D, D, C. So those are the only notes you need to know. C, D, and E. That's part 1. Let's give it a try all together, everyone. 1, 2, ready, play. C, 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 D, E, D, C, E, D, D, C. Second part. C, 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 D, E, D, C, E, D, D, C. Okay, so we just did both of these lines. Now we're looking at part 2. Part 2, instead of a G, we have text E. Hopefully you can see that E there. It's going to be E again. All right, so E, we have to figure out where E is. Starting from low G, G, A, B, G, G, A, B, C, D, E. Open first string. So we have E, F, and high G. So part 2 is all on the first string. Let's give it a try. E, starting. 1, 2, ready, play. E, 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 F, G, F, E, G, F, F, E. Second line. E, 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 F, G, F, E, G, F, F, E. So that's a review of what we did last week. This week, we're going to be working on these 2 lines, part 1 and part 2. So we're looking at part 1, and we're looking at, annotate that. Actually, I'm going to clear my annotations because we're not using those anymore. I'm going to start new ones. Here we go. We're looking at part 1 right now, here and here. So we're finishing the song. Let's look at those notes. We've got our D. So same thing, starting at G. G, A, B, C, D. All right. D is the second string, third fret, third finger. But then we jumped all the way down to A. So A, we have to remember where that is. So we have D, and where is A? Starting at G again, G, A. A is your second fret on the third finger, second fret on the third string. So we have to go from D to A, D to A. So practice that a couple of times. All right. Then we go back to D, C, B, which is open, A, and then low G, which is our open third string. So in this part, at least in part A or part 1, we don't have high G anymore, but we do have a low G. So I'll try to make sure I say low G when we get there. It's not the highest note. It's this one, open string. All right, let's try those 4 measures together. So get your D ready. 1, 2, ready, play. D, 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 A, D, C, B, A, G. All right. Let's try it one more time, just those 4 measures. Getting our D ready. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 A, D, C, B, A, G. All right. Let's go on to the second, this part here. Let me scroll up so you guys, I can't scroll up anymore. There we go. We're looking here now at this first part, last line of music. Now we've got C's again. We know where our C is. G, A, B, C. Second string, first fret. C, D, E, D, C, E, D, D, C. So we already know this part. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, play. C, 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 D, E, D, C, E, D, D, C. All right, that's a review from the first 2 lines, so we're not going to go over that again. Now we're going to look at the second part. Second part, we have A, B, C. Let's find those. We know where A is. G, A. B is the second string, C. A, B, C. All right, so we know those 3 notes. Let's give it a try. Starting on A. 1, 2, ready, play. A, open B, C, C. A, open B, C, open B. All right. And then the very last line, we go back to what we were playing in the beginning with our high G. Actually, no, because that was another mistake. So, annotate, draw a line. These are not G's. These are E's again. Okay. Let's try it. E. G, A, B, E, C, D, E. Open string 1 is E. All right, let's give it a try. E, 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 F, G, F, E, G, F, F, E. All right, friends, so let me take away the annotations, clear all the drawings, close annotations. What you're going to be working on are these 2 lines of the song. You're going to be starting with the first part, which is that D, 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 A, D, C, B, A, G. And you're going to be working on the second part, which is that A, B, C, C, A, B, C, B. And once you've got that line down, then you can move on to the very last line of music, which goes back to the melody we already know. C, 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 D, E, D, C, E, D, D, C. That's part 1. Part 2 is E, 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 F, G, F, E, G, F, F, E. I hope that makes sense for everyone. I'm going to shut off the recording now so that if you're watching this video, you can go and practice. And then the rest of us who are here, we're going to stay here and we're going to practice for a bit. So.